Hey there, this is Chris Arnold, Avon Independent Sales Representative and Bronze Leader, and just wanted to take a few minutes here to show you how to process returns as a representative. From time to time, you will have a product that maybe a customer wasn't happy with, or maybe it was damaged in shipping or something like that, that you do have to return to Avon for credit. And so I wanted to show you how to do that. So you can go into Manage Orders and Returns, and this takes you to the returns section of the website. Does show you kind of the Avon return policy, return exceptions, and other questions. Avon's return policy is 45 days for customers. As representatives, we get 60 days to process any returns that we need to send back. That gives us 15 extra days beyond the time that the customer has, that accounts for some of the behind the scenes stuff we have to do to process returns. There are some items that are not eligible for a refund. They're not returnable, and they're going to be your business tools and samples, brochures, things like that. And also anything that is ordered from the clearance section of our products. So if it's in the brochure, it will be labeled final sale, or on the website, it will be labeled as final sale. But anything from the good buys section is how it's labeled now. It says outlet brochure here, but good buys is the name of the flyer and the name of the section on the website where those products are located. And those are final sale, no returns on those. So to get started with processing a return, you'll click on credits and replacements. And really this top menu here is just stepping you through the process. So if you have to stop in the middle of the process or whatever, you can pick up kind of where you left off. So you've got different options for how to look for a product that you want to return. So you can start with an item number, which is what I recommend if you have the item number handy. But sometimes maybe the item number that you have will be different from what is in the system. That does happen from time to time, not very often. You can search by the campaign, so you can pull up everything that you received in a particular campaign. Um, and you can search by UPC. Most of our products do have a UPC barcode on them, and you can punch in the number from that barcode, or you can search by description if for some reason you don't have any of those other ways of looking for those items. So to continue on, I'm actually just going to use an item number here. I have an item number for, oops, for something that I know I have purchased recently. And so you just choose whichever way you want to search, enter your search criteria there, and hit submit. And that will bring up the items that are available, or that you have purchased recently. So in this case, it was a lip balm. It'll show the number. So this shows that I've received 3 of these lip balms in the time that within the return period, within the return window, and that I have 3 of them still available to request credit for. So say, for example, I had requested credit for 1 previously. It would show that I only have 2 available to request for credit. So that's what the difference is between quantity received and quantity available. Credit or replacement. So you have to do a drop down box here and choose whether you would like to get credit for the product or whether you would like to get a replacement for the product. So if you have something that is damaged, or that you want to get a different color or a different size, replacement can be a good way to do that. Otherwise, you would have to process a credit, return the item, and reorder the new one. So replacement can save you a little bit of hassle there. Obviously, enter the quantity, however many you want to do. So in this case, I'm going to show an example of a credit, and then we'll come back and we'll do something that would be a replacement. And then the reason code. So you have customer didn't pay. So if you ordered something that the customer didn't prepay for, and you go to deliver and the customer doesn't have the money or whatever, you can use that as a reason code. Something that for whatever reason was delayed in shipping and arrived later than the customer needed it. For example, if they were buying something for a gift for an occasion or something like that. Not as advertised would be where if you happen to get something that was didn't didn't accurately represent what was in the brochure, I guess. I've never actually used that one. If the product is damaged or broken, if it leaked in the shipment, Avon does a really good job of packing our orders to prevent damage to products, but occasionally something does manage to leak in the shipment. So you can request a refund or replacement for items like that. I do add, if you do get something that leaks in the shipment or is damaged in shipment that you have to request credit for, also contact Avon and let them know. And give them as much detail about the damage and as much as you can tell about how it occurred, because that's actually how they help prevent those types of things happen in the future. They can make changes to the packaging of the product itself or the packaging as much as they can within the shipping process, so they can see if there's anything they can do to prevent those types of problems if we let them know what we're experiencing. Product was leaked on, which is something that wasn't leaking in the order but was maybe damaged by something else that was. You have two options for size here. One is incorrect size received. That's if the size you got is not what you ordered, or if the item did not fit, meaning that you did receive the size that you ordered, but it turned out to not be the correct size for that customer. Manufacturing flaw would be something like a blemish in the surface on a piece of jewelry, or a lipstick that was deformed in the tube, although I don't think I've ever actually seen that. But anything like that didn't meet expectations. That is what I would say 90% of my returns are, is that a customer ordered something and it just was not what they were looking for, or what they hoped it would be. So it didn't meet expectations. And occasionally you will have something that somehow is charged on your invoice but doesn't make it into the box. Um, so that's charged on your invoice, and that's like a missing item. So you can request credit or a replacement for those as well. So we'll pick did not meet expectations, because like I said, that is like 90% of my orders. So this was the brochure price or the customer price. This was what I paid for the product and the campaign that I ordered it in. Um, so I can select that, and then I can either, if what came up in my search result was not correct, I can try again to find the item I'm looking for. I can go here to add more items to my returns, or I can continue on with the process. But we did want to show an example of a replacement as well, so we will add more items there. Let's see what I have here that we can pick that would be a good replacement. Let's do this one. Oops. Actually, here we'll do this. I'll search by the color name of the item I'm looking for in the description. That's the one I'm looking for. It's the True Color Eye Quad in Berry Love. So again, if the item you're looking for didn't come up, you can try again and search a different way or continue. And then that gets back to this place. So if I want to do a replacement on this one, I click replace, and I get this little pop-up that gives me the option to say I want to replace that with purple haze. And then I would do, again, a quantity of 1. Reason code would be if they're exchanging because they didn't like the color of the first one, it would be, again, didn't meet expectations. Your replacement item shows here, or of course, if we had just picked credit there, you can click here to choose your replacement item also. So just, it comes up both by clicking replace, or you can click, it'll say click here to replace. So we'll add that. So that is, the different ways that you can add, search for items and add them. Let me see if I can, sometimes you'll get something that says, it comes up that there wasn't anything ordered within the last however many campaigns. So if you get here and you realize you have more items you want to add, you can go add more items. So let's see, let's choose a random number here. This is something I know I have not ordered. So no records currently exist for that product number. And then sometimes you'll also get a message that says basically that that item had not been ordered within the past, I think it says 5 campaigns. So that's if it's something that you ordered that it's been a while since you ordered it. So let's see, let's try this. See if I can get an example of that for you. So Plurity Peony Travel Spray. Nope, that was ordered within the window. So you might get error messages about products if you try to request credit for something that was ordered too far back and is outside of the return window, that sort of thing. So, you know, the continue where we were will take you to pending credit. So this is what we have pending. Sales tax is not included in this estimated value just yet. You can select all of these items and then submit them to Avon. You can edit them. So say you realized, oh wait, I needed to do 2 of the moisture therapy lip balm. You can edit pending items and then change your quantity there and update the changes. So a return quantity for an item can only be decreased. So if I needed to change it to 2, I would actually have to go back and add a second one to the returns. So you can either update the changes or you can cancel the changes. I can't actually submit these to Avon because I don't actually need to request credit on these. But from here, you would select your items that you want to return. You would submit those to Avon and clear all. Then the next step after you submit the returns to Avon would be ship returns. I don't currently have anything that needs to be shipped, but basically you would just go here. This page would show any items that you have that are pending shipment that you have requested credit for but haven't been shipped back yet. Select the items that you want to add to your shipment, and that will allow you to print off a packing list. I suggest printing 2 copies of that, one for you to keep for your records and one to put in the box. And then it will allow you to print a shipping label. You can choose your shipping method and it will show the price that you're going to pay for the shipping. And the price is a discounted rate that Avon has negotiated with UPS or the Postal Service. And for me, where I live, generally UPS is cheaper, but sometimes depending on the size of the package that I'm returning, it will be UPS or the Postal Service that's cheaper. So you'll choose how you want to ship it. It'll show you how much the cost of shipping will be, and that just gets billed to your Avon account. You just pay that along with the regular part of your account. And then, so you'll print that shipping label. Again, I recommend printing 2 copies, 1 copy to keep with your packing list because it has the tracking number on it. So you have that handy and you can track the package as it makes its way back to Avon. And then of course the second label, you would adhere to the package to use that. Your RMA summary, this shows I have one that is pending review. That sometimes happens if something gets missed in the box when they're checking things in. That'll be pending review, and once they have finished that review, that'll be closed out. And I have one that's in transit right now that's on its way back. So this will show those different RMAs. You can look at your credit history, see what you have credited and what the status of that is. You will see here where it says disposition. You will occasionally have items. Let me show all transactions here. You will occasionally have items that say do not return. So in this case, it was a brow pencil and it was damaged, it was broken. So they didn't ask me to return it. They asked me to just go ahead and dispose of that. So you will see that sometimes if it's a consumable product that has been used or damaged in some way. They won't necessarily have you return that. So be sure to watch that as you're processing your returns. It will tell you whether or not you need to ship it back or not. Sometimes you don't have to. You can sometimes, if you've requested for credit on an item and then realize you don't need to return it, you can come back in here and ask to be rebilled for the product. So that's a kind of a quick overview of the returns process. And if you have any questions, feel free to put the questions in the comments or reach out to me and I will be happy to help in any way that I can. All right, I hope you're all having a great day. See you again soon.